Assalamu alaikum. My name is Zawad Wasik Ahmed, metric 1912485. I am from Group 6 and today I'll be discussing about the first four parts of planning. So for vision, what we will be focusing on is what is vision for an e-commerce, as well as what a vision statement is, and we will also be looking into some of the examples of a vision statement. Vision and planning. So before a company establishes an e-commerce or a business owner has to identify what type of business they will be doing, as well as what they plan on achieving. This falls under their goals. It also falls under long-term goals, like what the e-commerce business will run, what are their strategies, as well as their business plan on how to do their business. Next, we'll be looking into vision statement. So what is a vision statement? A vision statement describes what a company desires to achieve in the long run. Generally, the time frame can be of 5 years, or sometimes it can be even longer, maybe 10 years. It depicts a vision of what the company will look like in the future, as well as set defined direction for planning and execution. So, in order to make an effective vision statement, the business owner has to consider what the digital channels are going to be in order to help the customers. Vision statement helps the business owner see the benefits in terms of efficiency and profitability. This is because they can cater more towards their target audience, and this also reduces their cost since they can target them better instead of targeting the whole market. Next is vision statement helps the company link to their specific goals. So this allows them to be more focused for their goals in the future. A vision statement has to be simple and memorable as well as inspirational. This is because if it is not inspirational or simple, it will not appeal to the customer's emotions, and hence they will not value the vision statement. Next, we will look into some of the examples of companies such as Amazon, Dell, eBay, and Google, what their vision statement looks like. So for Amazon.com, their vision statement is: our vision is to be Earth's most customer-centric company, to build a place where people can come to find and discover anything they might want to buy online. For Dell listens to customers and delivers innovative technology and services they trust and value. eBay eBay pioneers communities. It is eBay pioneers communities built on commerce, sustained by trust and inspired by opportunity. eBay brings together millions of people every day on a local, national, and international basis through an array of websites that focus on commerce, payments, and communications. For Google, it is Google's aim is to organize the world's information and make it universally accessible and useful. Next, we will be looking into revenue. So for our focus, we will be focusing on what is a revenue model, what are the types of business model, as well as what are the types of revenue model, and determining which model works. So what is a revenue model? A revenue model is the means by which a business plans to make money. This is a framework for generating financial income for the business. It identifies which revenue sources to pursue and what value to offer, and how to price those goods or services. Next, we will be looking into business model. So the reason why we are looking into business model is because it's very important for an e-commerce business to identify what type of model they will be pursuing in order to create an e-commerce presence. So we'll be looking into the four most common types of business models, which is B2C, business to consumer, where a company is selling directly to the consumers. Secondly is B2B, business to business, where a business is selling directly to another business. This An example might be a manufacturing farm buying things from our supplier. Next is B2B, business to business. Here, two businesses are doing business with each other. An example might be a supplier selling their goods or services to a manufacturer. Third, we have C2C, consumer to consumer. Uh, this is where a consumer is selling directly to another consumer. An example for this can be eBay, where people sell their goods directly to another consumer. Lastly, we have C2B, where consumers are selling to business. This is widely popular in platforms such as freelancing, where freelancers such as writers, photographers, or programmers sell their set of skills to businesses that they who are looking for those specific kind of skills. Next, we will look into types of revenue model. So for types of revenue model, we will be focusing on the five most common types of model. The first one is sales revenue model. This is the most common for all e-commerce revenue models. Here, profits are achieved just by selling products or services. Secondly is advertising revenue model. This revenue model is popular on platforms that allow advertisements, such as media sites, magazines, TV channels, websites like YouTube. They charge a flat fee for advertising, and generally the cost is based on pay per click, which is the number of people who click on the ad. Next, we have subscription revenue model. This model is mostly popular on streaming sites such as Netflix or Spotify, where you have to pay for a subscription fee. Without subscription, you will not be able to use their services. Next, we have transaction fee revenue model. This model charges a fee every time a transaction is made through their platform. For example, eBay charges seller a fee whenever an item is sold, and PayPal also charges a fee when a transaction is made. Lastly, we have affiliate revenue model. With this model, businesses earn revenue just by promoting and selling another person's or another company's product on their site. The concept of this is based on revenue sharing, where a percentage of the revenue will be uh, passed on to the business that is promoting the products. Next, we will look into determining effective models. So, what determines the right revenue model? Ultimately, it depends on what the e-commerce business or what the business owner is trying to do, what are their expectations, as well as what their target audience or business model is. So based on that, the business owner can identify which revenue model is the right revenue model for them. Next, we will be looking into audience. So here we will be discussing about what is target audience, understanding what appeals to the audience, as well as why do companies need target audience. What is a target audience? A target audience is a group of consumers that are most likely to need whatever the company is selling. So these are the people who are looking to buy what the company is trying to sell. One of the biggest mistakes that any business owner can make is to try to be everything to everyone. No matter what the benefits of the company's product might be, the company's product or services might be, every solution has an ideal customer. That's the target audience. Knowing your target audience means that you can customize your sales and marketing strategies to suit that specific group. When the business owner concentrates their marketing effort on the people that are most likely going to buy, this will allow them to waste less money and get much better results. What appeals to the target audience? So in order to appeal to the target audience, we have to identify or we have to understand how to focus our marketing efforts on the right target audience. This is a very crucial tool for businesses all around, especially for small businesses who are just starting. So, in some ways that they can try to appeal to target audience are working with influencers. So, in this current generation, influencers have a wide reach in all social media platforms. So, working with influencers will allow the company to gain recognition, as well as this also increases their probability of getting more customers through the influencers. Sharing brand value. Having a brand image is very important as this allows the company to be easily recognized by the people, and if the brand image is good, this will also increase the probability of people considering to buy from your brand than going to some other companies. Third, we have valuing customer emotions. This is a very important thing in this generation where customer needs to feel the sense of being valued or their voices being heard. If the customer feels like the business is not catering to their emotions, then they will easily switch from your brand to some other substitute companies. Lastly, we have smooth and easy purchase flow. This is very important uh, because we customers or people like to use anything that is very simple as well as fast to use. Having a smooth and easy purchase flow means that customers are also satisfied with the transaction. So we will be looking into some of the benefits that the e-commerce platform can have if they have a target audience. So firstly, it allows the business to understand their customers' language. So knowing who's your target audience and what they prefer allows you to speak their language, which means you're more likely to earn their attention and interest. Second, we have improved conversions. So if the business knows their target audience based on their market research, they can easily offer deals that will most likely appeal to the current customers as well as the future leads. So this means that they will have a greater probability of more sales and more repeat clients too in the future. Third, we have differentiate your brand. So having a target audience allows the company to be more catered to their target audience, and this allows the people to notice the brand more than the other companies who do not have a target audience. Fourth is building customer loyalty. The more the company knows about their target audience, the more they will discover what it takes to make the customers loyal. This, as a result, will help the company create a better loyalty program. Next, we have enhanced products and services. So, knowing the target audience helps the company or the business owner to look at their products and services in the right way, meaning the business can identify which goods or services are doing well in the market and which ones are not doing so well, and hence they can focus on those goods or services. So they can either choose to improve on the ones that are performing poorly or completely discard them from their services. Last, we have spend less. So when a company or a business owner knows their target audience, this allows the company to keep their costs down as they can perform their marketing campaigns, such as advertisements or promotions, only be catered to their target audience instead of the entire market. This significantly reduces the cost or the amount of money that they are putting in on their marketing campaigns. Last, we have marketplace. So before a business is established, while the business owner is planning out their business model and revenue model, it is also crucial to look into what kind of marketplace they will be getting into. So it is important to look into the features of the marketplace, such as the conditions of the marketplace, whether it is too difficult or whether it's easy to get in. Next it is also important to look into the competitions, whether the market has severe competitions or is it relaxed. The business owner also needs to look into the substitutes in the marketplace. So this is basically how many companies are selling the similar type of goods or services, if not the same goods or services that the business owner is trying to sell. That is all for my part. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Rezaur Hasib and I am here to present my part on building an e-commerce project. So if we go to the planning section, so my part is the SWOT analysis, present, phase and budget. So if we go to the first one, SWOT analysis objective. So the objective of a SWOT analysis are to build on your strength and minimize your weakness. SWOT analysis gives a correct idea about an organization's current position. It will help to make improvements or make decisions on any new strategy. A business should quickly take advantage of opportunities and mitigate threat. In an industry that changes as fast as an e-commerce, such an analysis should occur at least once a year. So, this is the objective of the SWOT analysis. And if we go on to the analysis part, as you can see, the SWOT stands for strength, weakness, opportunity, and threats. So, what is strength? The strengths is basically what do you do better than others in your industry and what makes your business unique. Do you offer niche products not available any elsewhere, and are they handmade or one of a kind? So basically the strength means what you do that other companies don't, so which will help the customers come into your e-commerce website rather than going to any other. So these are your strengths. And what are the weakness? Weakness are negative factors that reduce your strength, that you have to find and remove them from your organization, which includes poor business process, poor teamwork, and bad policies. So, for example, if we have a very bad teamwork and people can't even communicate properly, so there are going to be some gaps and some uh, the gaps which will essentially make you lose more customers. So the teamwork is very important and the policies. So you have to be careful about the policies, otherwise it can also make you lose many customers. Opportunity. Opportunity can arise from anywhere, from customers to social environment. We can find many kinds of new opportunities. We just have to find them and make good use of them. For example, what new technologies can help grow my business? What are my competition? Where are my competitors vulnerable? E-commerce is a site that changes quickly. New technologies have leveled the playing field with traditional retailers. For instance, improvement to shopping cart software have created a quicker, smoother, and more customer-friendly experience. Live chat has enhanced online customer service. Analytics can help e-commerce companies understand customer preferences better. So, threat. Monitor industry shifts that might affect your company's growth, such as legal or regulatory changes. Low barriers to entry are a constant threat in e-commerce. It is easy to set up an e-commerce business. Moreover, people can sell items via Facebook or eBay without requiring their own website. Huge merchants such as Amazon can undercut smaller sellers on a price. All e-commerce merchants are competing with Amazon and its successful $79 Prime shipping program. However, options now exist that can put online merchants on a more competitive footing with Amazon's. So the threats are basically the things that will make you lose your customers. So we have to be aware of the threats and work on them so we don't lose any more customers. So this was the SWOT analysis, and if we go on to the next part, which is the presence, creating a presence. So I will start by explaining what is a presence. A presence is a person's ability to make his or her character known to others. When creating an online business or any business in general, having an online presence is a must. For example, when I searched for mechanical keyboards, I found two famous brands, which was the StarTech and the Ryans, dominating the first Google search page. So there was almost every links on the first page. It was either static or rants. According to research, 97% of the customers use the internet to find their product. So this is why having an online presence is very important. It helps consumers to find your brand before they are even aware of your existence. It also allows them to estimate your reliability and reputation by the reviews that are going to be on your website. So which will help them make decisions for buying. So as you can see, this is an e-commerce presence map. This map provides a roadmap to the platform and related activities you will need to think about when you are developing your e-commerce presence. For example, if we go, you can see the type of presence, platform, and activity. For the website, for the traditional website, I can use the search, display, apps, affiliate, and sponsorship to create an online presence. So if we create an affiliate links, people can find my website a little bit faster. And sponsorship, I can sponsor the or many people know the Google ads. So if I pay the Google to show my website whenever people search for any product that I'm selling, my website will come at the top at the first page, so which will help my business go up. So this is for an example. And emails, so many people have already know the newsletters, update, and sales news. Those are the annoying emails that we get onto our emails about the new offer. So this is also a presence. Social media, we can use the Facebook ads, Twitter, or blogs to create an online presence. Offline media, we can also create an ad for TV, which will increase our customers who are not using the internet. So this was about creating a presence. So if we go to the phase, so there are mainly 6 phases in creating an e-commerce website. So the research, this is the phase where the designer gathers more information about the specific project. Planning, the designer needs to create a site map regarding the steps and requirements that they have for the project. For the third option, we have the design. This phase involves the creation of all the design elements on the website. Development. The development phase is where the mockup for the homepage design gets transferred to the HTML and CSS language. This is where all the coding takes place. Testing. This is the time where the whole website gets tested, and we are thinking of creating a beta program which will allow a few of the general public to use our website and give their reviews about what they think of the website. So if we found any bugs, we can fix them within this session, and all the feature and functionality should be working perfectly by now. Launch after everything is tested and after the beta program is successful, we are ready to go live. This is my part. So thank you for giving me the opportunity. Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum. This is me, Mutaz Harara. Today, I'd like to talk about the development planning. Once we've developed the vision of the e-commerce presence, then we can now start with our second step, creating a plan document But to do this, we need a systematic approach, specific methodology for IT projects, such as SDLC, System Development Life Cycle. Why? Because we want to understand the business objective of our system to design appropriate solution for an e-commerce website. And as you can see here, we have the figure illustrates the 5 major steps: system analysis, planning, system design, building the system, testing, implementation. And we repeat those steps. We're doing iteration until we succeed and we fulfilled the needs of the user and the business as well. Then now let's talk about the system analysis and planning. It's actually the first phase or the first step in the SDLC, and here we are trying to answer the question of what do we want this e-commerce site to do for our business. In order to build any e-commerce site, we need actually to know our need or goals. And it's similar when we start playing a game. For example, a football game. You must know what a goal is, and you must know where the goal is as well. And we have to know how many goals that do we want to score. Same thing in the e-commerce site. We need to identify the specific capabilities that we want our site to have, such as, for example, show products, for example, provide a product information, execute transaction, provide after sales customer. Those are like the business objective, and there's many more. Then also we have to provide a list of system functionalities and capabilities that actually needed in our website. For example, we need database for our product. Like we need to store product ID, product name, suppliers, category name, and those stuff. And even for customer, we need a database. We need also features to tracking the customer through they using our website, so we can understand their journey, and we can also test some products as well. Also, we can use like a reporting system and other functionalities. Finally, we need to come up with information elements or information requirements that the system must produce in our website in order to achieve the business objective, like the content that we have, the graphics catalog, the description of our products, the stocking numbers, all these information that's supposed to provided by the stakeholder, the managers, in order to make the developers and programmers to give them as they expected, from them. And it's not like just for the information requirements, it's also for the system functionalities and also for the business objectives. Moving on, cost for web presence. There are actually a lot of variables when it comes to the cost of e-commerce websites. And actually, it's hard to figure out because every website is different, complexity is different. Also, the visual are going to be different. So to reach a reasonable range of the cost, we need actually to answer like a few questions that could help us to determine the cost. First, what is the scale of the website going to be there? What kind of traffic do you expect? How soon do you want the website to be ready? The due date, the effect as well. Also, what additional feature do you want to add in your website? How many product will be listed in your website, and etc. Like those questions. If we can say that the e-commerce website pricing will be, for example, somewhere between 5,000 to 100,000. And for me, I assign a percentage for each stage or for each element so that it could give us a good chance to cost properly. The design, the first one is the website designing the graphic as well. The design could be anywhere between 5 to 20% of our budget, and it also depends upon if it just taking a template, customizing a template, or just starting from scratch. And probably a good design or a good website design cost between 5,000 to 35,000, and in depends on the company. For small, cost 5,000; for mid, 15; for enterprise, 35. Then the back end programming is actually could be anywhere between 20 to 30 of your budget. But actually programming involves taking your approved design, convert them into a dynamic, and implementing the shopping cart and etc., and setting up the statics and product pages together. So sometimes programming, or always actually programming, could be overlapping to reach 40%. Yeah. And the pricing start from 2,000 until 75 for enterprise, and for mid, 25,000.
Assalamu alaikum. I'm Tahmid Alam. My metric number is 1827755, and today I'll be describing two parts of web presence, which is the maintenance and optimization cost, and also the system designs. So within the maintenance and optimization cost, it takes around 10 to 15% portion of the total cost of creating a website or keeping the website. And within this range, we can see that in average, small businesses spend $400 yearly for this maintenance and optimization. And similarly, mid-sized businesses spend 15,000, and big enterprises spends around $60,000 yearly. So within this amount, they actually plan for quarterly CMS security patchings, annual CMS versions upgrading, and also monthly full site backup and restoring. These are the things that all of the businesses go through. But also, when companies spend more money, let's say mid-sized businesses, they also do daily security plans, and also they also have designated times for developing and designing the websites regularly. And also for the big enterprises, they also have systems for urgent CMS support or restorings and data backups and all. So that's how the maintenance and optimization costs go so far. Let's look at the system designs within the web presence. So within the system design, there are two branches. Number one is logical design, and number two is physical design. Within the logical design, but before, let's understand what is system design. It actually describes the main components of a system and their relationship to each other. So within these components, there are two categories: logical and physical. Within the logical design, it actually shows the flow of the information of an e-commerce site. And within this flow, we can see there are three different uh, uh, divisions. Number one is data flow diagrams, and then processing functions, and then databases. So what is this data flow diagrams? Data flow diagrams actually shows the flow of the information within the e-commerce site, and this is how the development planning goes also. This means within this diagram on the screen, these arrows and these sections actually describe how the information will go from one sector to another, and how the process will take place. And that's how the data flow diagrams work. And the processing function describes in each step how the processes will go on. And also at, at the databases, the works of databases are to create the data, to make sure the the data is safe and secured, and also doing the emergency backups. And lastly, the physical design actually the translation of the logical pattern to the physical. It means it translates the logical designs into physical components and how it will take place. Let's say the software components, and also how the model would be. It means to specify which softwares are going to be used for this specific website, or which model is going to be used to create the website within the model as from the logical design. So as we can see in the diagram that uh, Oracle SQL database, the specification of which database will be used are mentioned, and how will be used also mentioned. So this is basically the physical design. That was my part. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Ahmed Bin Delowar, and in our project, I'm gonna talk about the benefits of in-house and outsourcing product development. In-house. In in-house, there are four benefits: stability, reliability, control, and faster resolution. Stability. Maintaining an in-house team means your software development projects will probably be more stable. In-house developers are much less likely to quit on you halfway through the project or to misinterpret a critical project requirement. Reliability. Building an in-house team means you can hire and train employees to fit your specific business needs over time. This can pay dividends in the long run in terms of better product quality. Control. Doing development in-house gives you complete oversight and control of how the project is conducted. You can specify everything from the programming languages and libraries used to the type of software development methodology. Faster resolution. Because developers and clients are in the same office or company, it's easier to be on the same page. This means that the turnaround time from identifying to resolving an issue is typically much faster. In outsourcing, there are also four benefits: lower costs, domain expertise, less burden, scalability. Lower costs. Because you don't have to pay full-time wages to outsource developers, the cost of outsourcing a project is generally lower than the cost of developing the same project in-house. Domain expertise. Software development grows more complicated every year as new languages, ideas, and frameworks emerge. Outsourcing allows you to contract with IT professionals to get exactly the knowledge and expertise you need. Last but using outsourced talent for areas that you don't know well frees up time and effort for your in-house team to concentrate on their own core competencies. Scalability. There is no limit except your budget to the number of outsourcing teams you can work with. For example, if you need to speed up the pace of the project, you can use another outsourcing company to help with some of the work. Thank you very much. That's all from me.